HTML5. What's all the buzz about? Well, actually, what they're calling it is the semantic web. And a lot of people are struggling to figure out, well, what is this, the section tag, the article tag? What is all this stuff, and should I know it? Is this just a fad? Well, what we're going to do in this segment is we're going to hit the highlights or the concepts of what HTML5 and the semantic web is all about, and then we'll move on into another title where we will go tag by tag by tag. But let's hit the highlights now. You're going to see these new tags in HTML5, things that make sense, something that I did my research, and the main tag, yes, it does exist. Everything goes in the main tag, yet there's not a lot of documentation on it, so I leave it alone. But things that make sense are the new header tag, which once we go into that, you're going to get a new you're going to find out some new stuff about the header tag, but it kind of makes sense. The nav tag, sure, for navigation, the section tag, the article tag, and the aside tags. And we're not talking about the video and audio tags right now, but and there's confusion. When should I use a section? When should I use an article? Now the footer makes sense, though we're going to reveal, of course, some new information to you about the HTML5 footer. But in a nutshell, here's what's going on. Why are these things necessary? Well, you may remember Dr. Tim Berners-Lee, who was knighted by the Queen of England not too long ago. He's a physicist, and presently I believe he's employed at MIT. He's a brilliant man, invented HTML. But he had this vision of machines talking to machines, interpreting data from sources all over the world. And so you got your PCs, your laptops, you got your iPhones, you got your Samsung Galaxy 3, I love mine, hey. And so you have all of these machines, and then you have Google, of course. Let me get down on my hands and knees and give thanks to Google. So you have these machines talking to machines, but let's look at present day code. If I click here, this is what our code looks like, and this could be tables. And you have all these classes like my beginning links for your links. Then you got a class in there called my stuff, my other stuff, div. Here's my bottom stuff down here at the bottom. Even if you had a class called footer, Jimmy might call footer something like bottom of page. How is a machine going to understand what my stuff, my beginning links, my beginning heading, who's going to understand that? That is where semantic HTML5 comes in. Now, look at all these div classes. Of course, they could be IDs. People are making these things up all over the world. Machines are going nuts. They don't know what's what. So the goal of HTML5 is to have tags that actually make sense given what is in them. Like the header tag, okay, that makes sense. A machine can understand that. That's about the header. That's the beginning of the document or beginning of some concept. The nav, oh, I bet this is about major navigation. Section, article, oops, here's something aside over here. Footer, I bet that's at the bottom of the page. Even I can understand that. But to help machines out even further, if we use some classes in here, or IDs, of course, header, all about my stuff. That makes sense. A machine might even have a little clue as to what's going on there. nav, links to my stuff, section, let me tell you about my stuff. Let me tell you more about my stuff, article class, aside. Do you know, Jimmy? The machine knows that doesn't have anything to do about my stuff, okay? And then the footer, add a class name. Sure, the machine will know. Are you sick of my stuff, huh? So, what we're going to do in our next segment is we're going to go tag by tag into these new HTML5 semantic tags. It's lots of fun.